Hey, honey. Where are you right now?
What's wrong, husband? Are you finished with work finally?
Yep. Yep. I've done all work today. I'm just asking because Samuel messaged me and said he's got sick after coming home.
Oh, really?
Did he call you?
Yeah.
He said you're not home and he hasn't had dinner yet. It's 8:30, you know. Where are you right now?
Oh, I thought I told you before. It's Sheriff's party, and we are joining a party at a bar in the city center now. We're going to be out all night.
It seems that you haven't told me about this yet. It's better that you tell me in advance whenever you're going to be out late.
Ah, I really thought that I told you. Honest mistake. Sorry, babe.
Still, before leaving this late, please consider our son. Samuel is only 10 years old. He can't be home alone like this.
Yeah, I get it. I promise this will be the last time. Anyway, did you come home?
I'm on my way home now and buy Samuel some food and medicine. I left as soon as I got Samuel's message.
So you'll be home pretty soon then? In that case, there was really no need for you to message me.
Of course. I know you need your time and to hang out with friends. But Samuel is still small and he got sick. Do you think you could cut back just a little for his sake?
Excuse me? Who is it that does the housework every day and watches over him? And yet, you still criticize me for occasionally going out with my friends?
I've never said that. I'm completely fine with you spending time with your friends once in a while. But you're going out almost every single day lately. Don't you think you should spend a little bit more time at home?
No, actually, I can't. Well, if you're suddenly so concerned about this, why don't you come home earlier? All you ever talk about is work. Have you ever thought of lending me a hand once in a while?
I really wish I could spend more time at home, but it's been quite hectic lately, and there's a lot to get done.
If that's the situation, maybe you could give me a break too. It feels like you're being hypocritical.
Come on, I at least complete all the housework and other tasks on my days off.
Amazing. You help out twice a week, and I have to do everything myself the rest of the days. What do you want? Husband of the year.
Okay. I am really grateful for everything that you do. I would just really appreciate it if you could show just a little more. I don't know. Motherly affection? At least it's for Samuel's sake.
Men your age constantly complain about how women should always act or think like mothers. You need to get with the times, Walter. I won't allow you to burden me with those kinds of outdated values.
Men my age? What do you mean, Stella? We're only 9 years apart, you know. I don't think the generation gap in values is all that huge.
Oh, did I hear your feelings? I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's not like I'm not aware every day how much older I am than you.
I should hope not. But on the other hand, you got yourself a beautiful and hot wife like me. That should have made you satisfied, Walter.
Yes, I'm truly grateful. But I'd appreciate it if you could also think about Samuel a bit more. It's important for a little boy to spend time with his mother.
Oh my God! Are we still talking about this? Why do I have to put up with this every single time I go out? I can't have any freedom just because I'm a mom?
I never said that. You know what, I've had it.
Do you want to divorce? Considering that I'm almost there.
Hey, hold on. We cannot talk about the divorce only for this reason. Can you calm down a little bit?
It's your fault. You just can't help yourself from nagging and complaining all the time, can you?
I have to think about Samuel. Will you listen to me at least?
This isn't about Samuel. And just so you know, I'll be taking custody if we do end up getting divorced. So unless you're prepared for it, don't push me at this time.
All right, I got it. I'm sorry. Please don't get angry.
Do you promise not to keep nagging me all the time?
Yes, I promise. Sorry I went too far. I'll be more careful in the future.
You won't mind if I go out with my friends, will you?
No, not at all. You need to unwind every once in a while, same as anyone.
Exactly. If you can understand that, then I believe we'll be fine now. I apologize for getting frustrated earlier, Walter.
No worries. It's all right. Just please message me when you're going to be home late. I just get worried about Samuel if I don't know.
Okay, I understand. I'll be more careful next time.
Thank you. Me too. I'll be more careful with how I talk next time.
I appreciate that. You're so nice and understanding. And you love me too, right?
I love you so much.
Thanks. I'm gonna get back to the birthday party then, okay? Good night. Good night.
A few weeks later.
Do you have some free time right now?
Of course, what's going on? By the way, where are you at the moment? It's already 10 o'clock.
Don't worry about that right now. I have mentioned I have something important to share with you. Are you paying attention?
All right, go ahead. So what's this important thing you want to tell me? All right.
No, I know you're a very understanding person, so I don't actually think you'll get mad at all. But I just want you to promise just in case.
Well, it's impossible to promise until I know what you're going to say. Okay, let's tell me what it is.
No, sorry. I want you to promise not to get mad first, and then I'll tell you. I'm not sure whether I can love someone who is unable to keep a simple promise.
Fine. I promise I won't get angry. Now will you tell me what's up?
You swear? No matter what I say, you definitely won't get angry.
Yeah, I swear. All right? Now what is it?
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and apologize up front. I'm really sorry, but I got pregnant with my boyfriend.
What? What? Boyfriend? Having a baby? Are you serious?
Now I already told you that I'm sorry, and you promised you wouldn't get angry.
I know, sorry. I was really surprised. But is it true? Are you really pregnant?
Absolutely. I went to the hospital and got confirmation. And I think you should also know this. No matter what happens, I'm definitely going to keep the baby. I know that might be difficult for you to accept, but I'm sure it's better than being divorced, so please don't complain, alright?
Really? That's fantastic. You've got my full support if you decide to have the baby. Actually, I insist.
Oh, to be honest, that's not the reaction I was expecting. I was prepared for a fight, but right now I'm not even sure what to say.
Why? What's wrong? You're pregnant, right? That's reason to be happy about.
Well, yes, that's true. But I mentioned it's my boyfriend's child, not yours.
What are you saying? That's the best part. I swear, right now, I feel so thankful.
Don't get me wrong. It's wonderful that you're excited.
Yeah, that's great. I want you to have the baby. I'd be disappointed if you didn't.
Really? I can't express how relieved I am to hear you say that. Thank you.
No, thank you. This is the best news I've heard in a while.
That's wonderful. Of course, I also want to raise the child. That means I'll need your financial support, Walter.
Are you joking? What are you talking about? Obviously, I won't be providing you with financial assistance.
What? What? Why not?
So why you were happy and supportive? Of course, I was happy. I finally have a cut and dry reason to divorce you.
Divorce? Why?
Isn't it obvious? What part is confusing? Anyway, you got pregnant with other guy and want to raise the kid? After we divorce, I don't really care about your choices.
Why are you acting so strangely? I thought he was happy about that. Are you truly fine with our divorce?
Why do you think I'm the strange one here?
What's confusing you? Your behavior is definitely weird.
What is it that you don't comprehend? You cheated on me, got pregnant, and then revealed it to me?
Yes, but you never question what I say. You never disobey me. I didn't think you were even capable of it. I really didn't anticipate you doing something like starting a divorce conversation.
Oh man, I just knew you would try to turn this around and get angry at me. It's impressive, really. I have no idea where you get that kind of nerve.
So, you're really okay if we get divorced? You realize you'll never be able to get a smoking hot young wife like me, right?
It's okay for me. I will never regret excluding you from my life. And by the way, you should also stop describing yourself as young and smoking gorgeous. It makes me goosebumps.
I really appreciate this attitude out of you. It means you've done a good job in life. I am trying to compliment you over here, but don't get carried away.
Me get carried away. Okay, whatever. Besides, are you gonna divorce me? I can say whatever I want.
Really? Do you feel free to talk to me like that? If things keep going like this, we're actually going to get divorced? And like I said, I'm going to take Samuel with me.
Yeah, good luck with that. There's no way that I don't get custody. You have no chance.
Oh, you really think so? Do you think that I will let you raise Samuel?
Whatever. You can think whatever you want. It won't change anything.
I'm the one who should be saying that. Mothers almost always get custody of the children. You work all the time and have little time for our son. There's like no chance that you get custody. Weekends at best, but I'll fight even that.
Do you even want custody, really? You never really seem to care about Samuel.
Honestly, I don't care that much. But this isn't about him. I've always mentioned taking custody if we divorce. So if you're going through with a divorce, I'll definitely pursue custody.
Yeah, I had a feeling that's how it was. Though, if you just agree, it would simplify things. Just a thought.
That's not happening, though. Even my mistake won't affect my custody claim. No worries.
So, that's the way it's going to be, huh? All right then, let's see how it will go.
You don't need to remind me. I think we both know how it will unfold. Anyway, I'll be back home tomorrow. I'll be expecting a sincere apology from you.
The next day.
Walter, I'm on my way home. I expect to hear your apology for last night.
Why would I apologize to you?
Oh, what's this? Did you forget yesterday's conversation already? I'll make sure you are never permitted to even look at a picture of Samuel again if we get divorced. You'll never see him again for the rest of your sad life.
I think you're confused. If anyone isn't going to see him again, it's you.
You don't have any right to stop me.
Actually, I do. It looks like I'm going to get full custody, and that's in no small part thanks to you. Thank you so much.
Okay, really? What are you talking about? Do you even know what the judge thinks about when deciding who gets custody of a child? I don't think an absent parent like you has much of a chance, honestly.
Maybe in a normal situation. But remember what you told me yesterday. You mentioned that you don't really care about him.
And what's your point? I don't see how that matters.
Plus, you're pregnant with someone else right now. You said you plan to have that child and raise it.
Yeah, I did. Again, what's your point, Walter?
You're going to have another person's baby, and you will not have time to take care of Samuel. Do you really think that sounds like a mother who will take proper care of Samuel? Seems like enough reason for me to get custody.
Wait a moment. That's it. That's it. You think I can't get custody because of that?
Well, it's certainly that Samuel definitely won't choose to go with you when the court asks him. And it looks better for me because I've already talked to my boss and explained the current situation. So I'll be able to be home on time every day from now on no matter what. I'd say the chances are starting to look slim for you.
Whatever. I'm still not sure if you're really going through with the divorce. This is just one of your jokes, isn't it? Not funny, as always.
No, I'm going to divorce you and I'm going to get custody of our son. I'm dead serious about this.
You say that, but I know you still love me. You told me you loved me just the other day.
I wasn't as certain that I could get custody back then as I am now. I therefore had little else to say at that time.
So, now that you're feeling more confident to get divorced, do you honestly believe someone else will be interested in you? You? An old man, good for absolutely nothing but making money? Are you truly okay with this?
As long as I can have a peaceful life with my son, I'll be content. If money is so important to you, you should seek child support from the person who got you pregnant. That would be a better choice than staying married to an older man whom you don't respect.
No, I can't. He is now just starting his own business. He needs my support, if anything.
So, you've been giving him our money? You know what? Never mind. We're getting divorced anyway. And I'll be looking to get child support from you, by the way. So, you should probably contact a lawyer.
Are you out of your mind? You know that I don't work. And he doesn't need money either. Do you believe that a judge will order me to pay child support when I can't even afford to care for my new kid?
Ah, that's a good point. But you don't need to worry about the new baby. I've talked to your parents, and they said that they would raise the child. So you can rest easy on that front.
What are you saying? Did my parents know this? You told them all.
Well, of course. We're getting divorced after all. They need to know. I've already spoken to my parents as well. And I actually spoke to your boyfriend already as well, so he's completely up to date on the situation. And bad news for you, but it looks like he's out.
You spoke to David? You've got to be kidding me.
I've always planned to get custody of Samuel and divorce you. I've been thinking about this for ages now. So I hired someone to figure out where you were actually going all this time.
Are you freaking kidding me? Do you realize what a serious breach of privacy that is?
Don't give me that. You're so clearly the one in the wrong here. Anyway, I didn't find anything that would actually help me get custody. But at least I was able to put the info to some use now.
I can't believe you. This is all your fault from the very beginning, just so you know. You neglected me. Why do I have to sit here and listen to you blame me for everything?
You're the one who decided to go out all the time, drinking with your friends and going to clubs, and ignored your son. What else am I supposed to do here? Even your little son can understand that you were wrong. He's angry too. He wanted her mother.
Okay, Walter. It's all my fault. I won't go out anymore. I'll do better at taking care of Samuel. So please forgive me.
Sorry. It's way too late in the game for me to be tricked by something like that. I am perfectly clear, headed about this, and can't be confused.
But you said you loved me, and I believe you. I know you don't really want to divorce me, and I still want to live with you. I don't want to get divorced.
No matter how you look at it, there's no other choice but to get divorced. You don't love me. You love going out. You love going to clubs. If we get divorced, you can do that as much as you want without me hassling you. I know that's the life you really want. And more than that, Stella. Well, I don't love you, and I want to get divorced more than anything else in the world. After that, Stella's boyfriend left her, and she had to go back to her parents' house. After all, she eventually signed the divorce papers. I was eventually granted full custody, along with child support provided by her family. Furthermore, her parents agreed that they would care for the new baby once it was born. Since we had information about Stella's boyfriend, her parents were eventually able to secure child support from him as well. Samuel and I decided to move to a new house to start fresh. Fortunately, Samuel had already become accustomed to his mother's absence, so he quickly adapted to the new situation. And I think both of us are smiling more than before.
Harry, are you there, Harry? I have something I need to discuss with you. Please respond as soon as possible.
Sorry, but I don't have time to discuss right now. Very busy.
Busy? What do you mean? You gotta leave the house. Isn't it true that you're a full-time housewife or something?
No, I've told you several times that I work from home. And before you ask, my husband and I make around the same amount of money.
First and foremost, who said I was going to ask? And two, I seriously doubt it. I mean, isn't he a manager at one of the Fortune 500 companies or something? Are you seriously claiming that you earn the same as someone with that job? If that's the case, you must be awash in cash over there, don't you? You had better be lying or something because it's true. I'm so jealous right now. Could you please share some of that with me? I'd like a weekly stipend, you know.
What do you mean? Is this related to why you messaged me in the first place?
Oh, please. I know you have more money than you can handle. Why can't I get some as well?
Maybe because we worked extremely hard to earn the money we have. I mean, I know you had that part-time job in high school, but have you ever worked since then?
That's exactly what I mean. That's why I require funds. Furthermore, my boyfriend and I want to go on a trip, and we need money to do so.
Then do what we did. Get a job, work hard, save up, and then take your trip.
Are you certain? But that's so boring. That's something I'd never do.
Are you saying that having a job is boring? I don't disagree with you, but I'm concerned about your future if that's how you envision working.
That's because I'm going to marry wealthy and never have to bother about such trivial matters.
What? Is that your intention? Just marry a wealthy person? Have you ever considered that someone so wealthy could want someone who is equally motivated to work and succeed?
What? And are you implying that I'm not that the person or something?
I know you don't have a job, and I'm very sure you never do any housework, and you're preparing food. You recall what occurred the last time you attempted to make anything for the family, don't you? After one bite, we all decided to order takeout.
You said you weren't going to bring it up. That isn't fear?
Remember that nutritious dish you tried to cook once? It was the stew into which you had just put a whole bottle of vinegar and that awful health powder. That was a classic for sure. But, in any case, I think my point was that you probably don't cook much at home either.
It wasn't the entire bottle, you understand? After all, we'll just employ a maid for all of that, so problem solved.
Yes, you are quite bright. Okay, do what you want. Anyway, I have some clients to deal with, so I can't text any longer. See ya.
That's okay. I was going to come over to your house anyhow to hang out.
What? Do you mean now? Sorry for the inconvenience, but I have a couple of pals coming over tonight. Okay, let's meet up another time.
Don't worry, I don't mind. They won't disturb me at all.
That wasn't my concern. I'll be the one bothered.
I already stated that everything will be all right. I'll see you in a moment.
In the afternoon.
Stella, did you come over and drive the Ferrari parked in my driveway? I need to know right now, so please respond.
What's all the fuss about? Why are you so agitated? It's all right. My boyfriend and I simply thought it would be fun to ride it for a while.
Driving for a while?
Yep. The wind and sun are simply wonderful.
And where did you obtain the keys to that car, may I ask?
Well, while I was leaving yours, I noticed the key case sitting in a bag and just kind of helped myself.
You simply rummaged through a bag you discovered at my house?
It wasn't just any bag, it was yours. And since we're sisters, what's yours is mine, you know?
That bag wasn't mine, Stella. I don't have anything like that.
Oh, you're serious? Oh, well, I guess it doesn't really matter who had the bag. Who could possibly be concerned about such little issues when the keys to a Ferrari are there in front of you?
So you should start worrying about them now.
Anyway, my boyfriend and I wanted to act like we were on a honeymoon, so we took it. We'll return in a few days.
You took the car so you two could go on a fictitious honeymoon?
That is exactly what I stated. And this guy says he goes to Harvard, so you know he'll be okay for the rest of his life. Maybe one day we'll get married. Of course, if that were the case, we could spend our honeymoon overseas. I can see myself traveling the world with my new hubby, staying in opulent hotels. Doesn't it sound dreamy? And now we get to do it in this Ferrari? I never imagined this would happen to me in 1,000 years. I guess this is the day to ask him what he thinks about, getting married.
Stop bragging about your phony honeymoon and return that car immediately.
Yuck. Calm down.
Stella, it's not a game. I'm not kidding.
Why do you continually want to ruin my fun? Why haven't you told me you have such a cool car? Why did I only discover this today?
Stella, that's not my car.
Wait, are you certain? Isn't that not your vehicle?
No, it belonged to one of my pals, who was at my house at the time you arrived.
You're not referring to that one incredibly poor person, are you?
That lady is not in the least bit poor.
So if she was truly wealthy enough to afford this car, why wasn't she wearing any costly clothes or jewelry when I was there?
Because she is the type of person who prefers to spend money on automobiles rather than clothing.
Oh, I see what you're up to. I understand you didn't want to lend me the automobile, but there's no reason to lie to me about who actually owns it.
I literally can't deal with you right now. Please return the automobile right away.
Sorry. We've already reached the freeway, and I believe it's a little late for that now.
The expressway? Where do you intend to take it?
Don't be concerned. Paul is an excellent driver. Everything will be okay.
Has he ever driven a vehicle like that before?
He claims it's his first time.
And you drove it on the highway?
I know, isn't it amazing?
Please bring that car right now, okay?
We're okay. After all, we'll need this car to travel around on our fictitious honeymoon.
Stella, this isn't a game. I'm not kidding.
Oh, and I also borrowed your credit card.
What did you do?
Why didn't you inform me about that, too? I had no idea you had a black card. I thought they just awarded those to celebrities and other renowned individuals.
What do you mean by black card? I don't have a black card.
It's not good to keep lying to your younger sister like way.
I'm serious.
Anyway, we'll be taking your card as well as your automobile for a short adventure. We already used the card to acquire a lot of clothes and other items for our trip. And of course, we didn't skimp on the branded items. I believe we've already spent maybe $20,000 or so.
You've already spent $20,000 on that card?
Yeah, and it doesn't appear that we've even begun to scratch the surface of what this card is capable of. Who knew a black card could be used for so much? You're persistent. I'm trying to enjoy my phony honeymoon here, so I'm going to block you until we return.
Stella, please don't.
A few hours later.
Hurry, take out your phone. There's an emergency. I'm not kidding.
What are you looking for?
I no longer had access to your credit card. It had ceased to function. Was it a forgery?
Was the black card you stole a forgery?
Yeah, Paul and I are attempting to check into our hotel, but our credit card is not being accepted. We had them attempt multiple times, but they said the payment was not accepted. That suggests the card was a forgery, right? Oh no, what shall we do?
Stella, you won't be able to use that card because the owner has frozen it.
What? They had the card frozen?
Yes, it's that thing where you call the credit card company and ask them to halt any further purchases on that card.
I know what it means to freeze a card. However, if the card is frozen, we won't be able to check into our hotel. And the room I reserved was supposed to be one of the greatest suites on the property.
Perhaps you could make the reservation with your own money instead.
But we just have a small amount of cash right now.
I see. And if it was a hotel suite, I'm sure it was expensive. Perhaps you could just go to the bank and withdraw some money to pay the deposit?
On this vacation, I didn't bring any of my credit cards.
Wow, are you certain?
I have to because I was planning a new card instead. That is why I need you to go right now and unfreeze the card. Please.
Look, I attempted to clarify previously, but that car is not mine.
But was that a lie?
Stella, please open your eyes. Examine the card. What is the inscription on it? Is my name Henry?
But I thought I had checked it out before taking it.
Let's be honest. You can barely read at a 4th grade level, so don't act like literacy is your strong point.
Don't be so rude. I understand how to read.
Take out the card, bring it up to your face, and reread the name printed on it.
That, however, is not possible. I only glanced at it and assumed it said Harry, but it actually says Henry. And the surnames are identical. How is this possible?
Isn't that an amazing coincidence? In fact, we became friends because we have nearly same names. We joked that if we were a pair, it would be difficult to tell a support on paper.
So there. Who exactly is Henry?
Why don't you ask your guy about her?
Why would Paul recognize her?
Just ask him, please.
What the hell is going on? When I asked him about Henry, he grabbed the car keys from my grasp and bolted out the door.
15 minutes later.
Hey, Stella, did you eventually capture Paul?
Well, that is something you could say. However, the truth is that he simply crashed the Ferrari.
What exactly do you mean he crashed it?
He got carried away, pushed on the gas, and drove directly into the parking lot barrier as he was attempting to flee. The front of the automobile was dented, but Paul was unharmed.
Do you understand what you just did?
What's the big deal about it? I simply do not understand you. Just take it to the mechanic, right? You're always freaking out about the smallest things. It drives me insane. Like an elder sibling, but you have to allow me make mistakes now and again.
I'm pleased your boyfriend is fine, okay? But this isn't a minor blunder. Furthermore, have you determined why your boyfriend panicked and attempted to flee when you confronted him about Henry?
Oh, actually, I forgot about that now that you mention it. But, in any case, couldn't you just tell me what's going on?
Henry's younger brother's name is Paul.
What's your name? That's something I had no idea about.
Do you recall that one time? I'm not sure when, but there was this dinner party I was going to that you weren't invited to but sneaked in anyway. So, isn't that where you initially met Paul?
What does that have to do with anything? Wait, was that Paul's sister's house?
Yes, it was. Anyway, you might have heard from Paul, but Henry and him have an odd relationship. That's why he probably freaked out when you told him the cards you just borrowed belonged to his elder sister, Henry.
That implies it's the automobile? Is it also Henry's?
That's exactly what I've been trying to tell you. She owns both the car and the card.
Can you repeat everything?
Okay, I'll try to explain everything from the beginning once more. I didn't own the Ferrari you were driving or the black credit card you were using. Henry is the owner of everything I just mentioned.
Wait, so then, her own younger brother has no idea what kind of car she drives?
She only got the car approximately 3 days ago. I doubt Paul even realized she possessed it in the first place. That's what Henry is saying right now.
Is Henry present?
Yep.
Is she even mad?
In fact, I would describe her as insane. And after using her card to buy $20,000 worth of garbage, not to mention the expenses you'll have to pay to send the car to a specialist who works with foreign cars, you're definitely looking at least $100,000 in damages.
$100,000?
And that is the most you might owe at the end of this. That is why Henry has been enraged since this morning. Who knows what she'll do to you both when you return? She's had a very scary expression on her face all day, and it's starting to creep me out. I'd be worried.
Is it that bad?
Yes, it appears so. And there's one more thing.
After all that, what else could you possibly want?
We received a call from the hotel where you were attempting to check in.
You got a call from the hotel? What did they want to discuss?
Henry's husband, on the other hand, runs a resort company. And because he's close to the hotel's owner, he got a call right away when someone using his wife's card arrived up.
Wait, what are you trying to say? What do you intend to say next?
I'm on my way. Anyway, I think the cops turned up to the hotel to question Henry's husband about who this guy with his wife's card was, and if they intended to take legal action. I mean, I won't lie. She's hardly the kind of lady you want as an adversary. Anyway, I've got to go. See you later.
After that, Stella and Paul returned home looking like dead men walking after dealing with a wrecked automobile. Henry was, of course, waiting for them in a swiveling chair we had so she could whirl around and greet them spectacularly. As the two of them knelt to ask her forgiveness, Henry removed an envelope from her breast pocket and handed it to them. A bill for $70,000 was found inside. There were, of course, the items purchased with her stolen card, as well as the estimated cost of the Ferrari repairs. However, near the end of the list were the repairs to the hotel parking lot fence, which was destroyed in the accident. Henry told them they should be grateful she didn't call the cops on them. Stella is currently employed at one of Henry's husband's resorts. Meanwhile, Paul had to drop out of college and find work at a company run by Henry's acquaintance. She made sure to wish them both luck in repaying every penny they owed. She still visits the two of them on a regular basis. I believe she derives some sick satisfaction from seeing them both labor so hard for what they did to her.
Hey, Kate. How's it going? You're home now, right?
Lydia, what's up? I'm at work now.
What? You're supposed to be home now. Aren't you a housewife?
I think you misheard something. I have a job in a company and go to work 5 days a week.
So you mean you're not living off David? I can't believe it. I thought you don't have to work just like me. But I'm not a housewife either. Ha ha ha.
So what's up with you? Why are you texting me all of a sudden? I guess it's not just chatting around. We're not that close, you know. You've never contacted me first like this before.
Oh, it's no big deal. I had all my stuff delivered to your house and it just arrived now. So I need someone to be home to receive and unpack it for me. So is David home then?
What? Why did you deliver your stuff to our house? You didn't tell me anything about this.
Just answer me first. Is someone else home?
No. It's weekday daytime, Lydia. We're supposed to be at work. What are you thinking?
What? Why are you both working? Someone needs to be home right now. Leave your work and come home immediately.
You're being ridiculous. You have no right to tell me what to do. Now it's my turn to ask you. Why did you send your stuff to our house without tell anything to me? What are you trying to do?
Well, I just got divorced.
What? When?
Just a few days ago.
I never heard that.
I'm telling you just now. Don't you see?
Okay. It's none of my business anyway. But what about your divorce? Why is it related to this?
Isn't that too obvious? I'm gonna live with you and my brother.
Wait, what? You can't be serious. Explain to me what happened first, will you? I'm too frustrated right now.
Well, Carl kicked me out of our house, so I have nowhere else to go.
What? Really? I can't believe Carl could do something like that. He seems to be very nice, and we can see that he loves and cherishes you very much. I heard that he always took a very care of you.
You know, people change all the time. You can't trust anyone but yourself and your family. Now family's the only people for me to rely on. So come home and get my stuff for me immediately.
I said I'm working. Why don't you do it yourself? But it's not the point here. You want to live with me and David but didn't bother to ask for our permission in advance?
Why must I ask for permission? It's my brother's house. Of course I have the right to move in whenever I want.
No, you don't. It's me and my husband's house. You even have to get permission from us before you come to visit, let alone stay there for a while.
What? It's not fair. I'm David's sister. And I'm not just living there for a while. I'm gonna stay forever.
Seriously? You can't, Lydia.
Ugh. Who the hell are you to say I can't stay at my brother's house?
I'm the owner of the house and I said you can't move in. You have to find another place to live on your own.
You can't be the owner. You're just a wife. Your husband should be the owner of the house.
We bought the house together, so we're both the owners of the house. You have no right to move in without my permission.
But I have nowhere to live now. If you don't let me move in, I'm gonna become homeless. Don't you feel any sorry for me? I'm your family.
You're nearly 40, Lydia. You're not a kid anymore. You have to be responsible for what happened in your life. Besides, I can't believe what happened just by listening to what you said. I can't believe Carl could treat you so coldly. Every time I saw you two, he was always so sweet to you. I need to talk to David first, before deciding what to do next.
Whatever. Just come home quickly and let me in. I just arrived at your house.
Then you'll have to wait. We can't just change our schedule just because you come to our house all of a sudden. Honey, are you at work right now? Are you free for a few minutes? Can we talk?
Yes, babe. I'm on lunch break. What's the matter?
Have Lydia contacted you recently?
No. Why do you ask?
Well, she texted me just an hour ago. She said she had her stuff delivered to our house and asked me to come home immediately to unpack it. I said I couldn't because I had to work.
What? What the hell is going on with her?
So you don't know she's divorced?
Divorced? No. I have no idea at all. Carl and Lydia seem to be a very happy couple. Why did they get divorced? I just met Carl a few weeks ago. He even said he planned to have kids this year. Those words can't come from someone who wants to divorce his wife.
I can't believe it, either. She also said Carl kicked her out of the house. Can you believe it? Carl seemed so sweet and caring towards Lydia.
What? Carl is definitely not that kind of guy who treats his ex so badly. There must be something wrong.
Yeah, I think so, too. Can you contact Carl and ask what happened?
I'm not quite sure about that, babe. It's their private matter. He may not want to share it with us.
I know it's none of our business. I also said the same thing to Lydia. But she didn't listen. And now we've become involved in this matter, honey.
What do you mean? Does she want to stay with us for a while until she finds another place?
No. It was worse. She wants to stay with us forever. She said she has the right to move in whenever she wants because that's her brother's house. I can't accept that.
What? Did she really say that? How could she think of something like that?
I know, right? Just to be clear, honey. I'm not gonna let her stay with us. I don't feel comfortable when she's around. It's our house. I don't want to live with someone who keeps judging what I do all the time. She always treats me like I'm her servant, especially whenever she comes to visit us.
Yeah. I know she's selfish. She always thinks about herself only. I can't accept that either. It's ridiculous. Even I can't stand her for just a few hours, let alone live under the same house with her. I don't think I can do it. I thought I would never have to deal with her problems anymore since she got married. But, all right. I'll talk to Carl and ask him what happened and tell him what she did. I think he'll know what to do with her.
Thank you, honey. Tell me anything you know later, okay? I'm so worried right now.
Don't worry, babe. I'll handle it. I'll never let something like that happen.
Okay. I'll see you at home, then. Have fun at work.
See you later, babe.
What did you say to my ex-husband, Kate? How dare you say to him I'm gonna stay at your house?
Oh, I didn't say anything. I don't even have his number. Your brother did. You didn't say we couldn't tell him. Besides, it was you who suddenly wanted to live with me and David. So we had to ask him what had happened between the two of you and what we should do with you.
It's ridiculous. We're over now. He has nothing to do with me anymore. I say, you come home immediately. I can't wait any longer. I need to take a bath right now.
Then go to a hotel and stay there instead. Who says you can live with us? And I have to work now.
How dare you say that to me? I'm your husband's older sister. Show some respect and do as I say.
Respect? I have no reason to respect you. I know what you did, Lydia. You deserve what you got. I knew Carl didn't just kick you out of the house for no good reason.
What did you just say? I deserve to be kicked out? You're so mean. Why did David marry such a witch like you? Don't you feel pity for me just a little bit? I'm gonna become homeless.
I don't feel sorry for you at all. You did this to yourself. After cheating on your husband and having affairs with several men, aren't you ashamed of yourself?
Why do I need to feel ashamed? I know I'm way too pretty and attractive for just Carl. He was nice and sweet, but he was never enough for me. I need to enjoy my life with other young men. What's so wrong about that? Why would he make a fuss and kick me out of the house? It was so unfair.
Are you seriously asking me that?
Yes, I truly don't understand. What's the big deal?
What would you do if Carl had an affair with another woman, then?
Oh, please. I know he can't. He was too in love with me. Besides, he isn't attractive enough to have an affair. He should be grateful that I laid my eyes on him. If I didn't marry him, he would never be able to marry anyone else. He's too ugly.
Wow. You're completely on another level. That's it. Enough is enough. I say, you can't stay with us. Go and find another place to live by yourself. We don't care anymore.
You evil woman! What did you say to my brother so that he listened to you and abandoned his only sister like this?
He can't even stand you, Lydia. You're too self-centered, and everyone in the family knows that. You think people have to go around and please you, don't you? Grow up and take responsibility for what you did. Stop relying on your little brother and his wife and trying to live off us. We had to work hard to buy our house and pay our bills. Do you think we're gonna let someone like you stay for free and destroy the house? And we don't even have any extra room for you.
Oh, don't lie to me. I know you have an extra room. I saw it when I came to visit last time.
That's the room for our future kids. But that's not the point. The point is you need to leave before we get home. Otherwise, we'll call the police and let them settle this matter. Don't blame us for being too cold at that time.
Fine. I'll ask Mom and Dad, then. You're too evil, Kate. You're too scary. My little brother is so miserable.
I don't think calling Mom and Dad for help is a good idea, Lydia. I think after hearing what happened between you and Carl, they will cut ties with you forever. After hearing what Carl said, David and I feel too ashamed to contact him again, even if it wasn't our fault at all. You're so lucky that Carl didn't ask you for compensation payment for what you did. David doesn't want to consider you as his sister anymore.
What did you just say? How dare you? How can Mom and Dad cut ties with me? I'm his daughter, while you and Carl are just outsiders. You're nothing to them. They should care about me and listen to me, instead of you too. Besides, why do I have to pay any penny to Carl? It was too unfair for me already. I was too kind to accept such a ridiculous judgment of the court. I knew Carl bribed them with a good deal of money to get them to make that judgment.
All right. I guess we're done now. I have to get back to work. Take care. Oh, and please never contact me again. I won't answer.
So what happened next? Lydia refused to listen to what Kate said and didn't leave Kate and David's house. She unpacked her stuff into the house when they got home. Then Kate and David really called the police and Lydia ended up in jail for a few days for breaking into their house illegally without their permission. They didn't ask her for compensation payment, so lucky her. After that, they didn't know what happened to her next, because they already cut her off. What do you think might happen to Lydia? With her age, personality and zero work experience, do you think she would be able to find a job and a good place to live?
You really are such a useless daughter-in-law. What purpose does your presence serve in this household? I can't fathom why my son chose to marry someone like you.
What did I do wrong this time? I'm currently occupied with work, so I have limited time for conversation.
Quit using work as a justification. Your earnings are hardly substantial, if at all. You ought to show some gratitude for being allowed to reside here despite your modest income. It would be helpful if you could contribute more by assisting with the household chores occasionally. I find it surprising that I am solely responsible for all the household tasks lately, considering our relationship as mother-in-law and daughter-in-law and daughter-in-law.
I truly appreciate all the efforts you're putting in for our well-being. Still, I've helped you out whenever I've had the time. I contribute to the household chores diligently every day upon returning from work. I understand that, on certain occasions, I have to work overtime and cannot assist with the household tasks due to my professional commitments. I'm putting in my utmost effort, so I would prefer if you didn't speak to me in such a manner.
I really don't like how you talk back to me like this. Stop being so arrogant to know your place.
I didn't mean to offend you if I did. I was just telling you the truth about my situation.
I just feel so sorry for Daniel. He really did choose the wrong woman. There were so many more better options for a beautiful guy like him.
That's a little offensive, isn't it? I don't think he thinks that way about me at all. We both decided that we're both going to work even after getting married, and that we're both going to do the housework. There are times when I'm busier than him. I can't be doing the housework all the time. If you really need help with the housework, then you should be asking him as well. Why don't you ask him at all? You always pick on me even though you should know that I'm busy.
You really don't understand at all, do you? Are you seriously trying to make your husband do all the housework for you?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that he should help out from time to time. It's not fair right now because I do so much housework even though we both work full-time jobs.
Your entire thought process is just wrong. You shouldn't be making your man have to do any of the housework. Try to change the way you think.
We actually managed to share the housework pretty evenly before we moved in with you. You've been complaining so much that it's been difficult to balance things evenly between us. How about we try to get along and figure out how we can split up the workload evenly?
Sorry, but I declined.
Would you please think about it? I'm really doing my best to make sure that everyone's happy. I want to try to get along with you, seeing as we live with each other. I don't like having to argue with you every single day. Could we please try to get along?
I'm getting very stressed these days having to argue and correct your mistakes all the time. I don't think that I can stand being around you any longer.
I had no idea that you felt that way about me.
You had no idea. You really are kind of obtuse, aren't you? It annoys me that you barely do any of the housework, even though you're a wife. I've been doing the housework every single day since I got married. I don't understand how you can't do the same. Who do you think you are?
Well, times have changed now. It's no longer a given that the wife does all the housework. We're in very different situations as well. I'm working a full-time job. Please try to understand that there are some differences between us. Let's just try to get along.
I just thought of a great way to solve all of this.
A way to solve this? Great. What's the idea?
Yeah, it's perfect. I'm not going to be stressed because of you anymore.
That would be great for both of us. Would you let me know what your plan is?
You'll find out soon enough. Look forward to it because it's such a great idea.
Can you not tell me now?
No, I need some time to prepare.
Okay, I'll look forward to it then.
A few days later.
Hey, Katie, you have a business trip planned this weekend, right?
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna be gone for a couple of days. What's the matter?
Oh, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. I just wanted to double check with you, just in case.
I have all the dates on my schedule written down on the calendar. Also, could you talk to your mom for me?
About what?
You know that we don't get along that well with each other. She told me that she thought of an idea to solve our problems. She still hasn't told me what the idea is, and now she's not replying to any of my texts. I'm a little worried because she's ignoring me completely.
I see.
Wait, what? Is that all you're going to say? Please, would you try to help me out? You know that we both work full-time jobs and that I don't have that much free time. She's trying to force me to do all the housework, but that's just not possible. I think it's unfair that I'm the only one she's forcing to help with the housework. You should do some housework too. How do you feel about this problem?
Would you please stop trying to involve me in your problems? This has nothing to do with me.
What did you just say?
I'm your husband. I am a man and I really don't want to have to get involved in a fight between two women. You guys need to solve this yourselves. Please leave me out of this and not mention this to me ever again. I'm already stressed working my job. I don't need any extra problems to solve.
How could you say that to me? I'm also working a full-time job. I'm stressed out too. It's your mom and your wife. You need to help us solve this problem.
Yeah, I know that she's my mom. I told you, I don't want to get involved in pointless arguments.
My dad doesn't get involved in any of these arguments, right? I'm gonna do the same thing as him and stay out of this.
You can't just pretend that this isn't your problem as well. You are the one that convinced me to move in with your family. You have a responsibility to at least try to make her get along with me. I was the one that got us this house that we could all live in. This is the least you can do for me.
You really need to calm down. Stop getting so worked up about such a small problem. You need to relax or you're gonna get even uglier.
I've had enough now. I can't believe you're not going to try to help me out.
This isn't my problem. Why should I help you out? I hope you enjoy your business trip. I really don't mind you being gone for a long time. There's no need to be in a rush to come home.
I'm going on a work trip. It's not a vacation. Still, it's some precious time that I'll have by myself. I'll make sure to use it to try to relax.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. We're gonna enjoy our time without you in the house too.
Okay, fine. I really don't like how you're treating me right now. I think we need to have a talk too. Please make some time for us to have a serious conversation when I get back. There's some serious problems in our relationship too. I am not happy at all.
Final day of the business trip.
There is no longer a place for you to live in this house.
What did you just say? I was surprised to receive a message from you all of a sudden.
I hope that you enjoy your life on the streets. You're officially homeless as of today.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Would you please explain to me what's going on?
There's nothing for me to explain. It's exactly as I just said. You'll understand what's happening once you come home. I guess it's not your home anymore, though. We sold the house, so it's no longer our property.
You're joking, right?
I'm not joking at all. We sold the house while you were gone on your business trip. All of us moved into a new place without you. That's why I'm telling you that you have no place to live. I hope that you enjoy your life as a homeless woman on the streets.
Are you serious about all of this? I don't think it was a very smart thing to do.
What are you talking about? This fixes all the problems that we've been having. Today we're going on a family vacation and staying in a nice hotel. We're planning to move into our new place tomorrow. We've already hired a moving company to deliver all our belongings to our new place.
So you guys have planned this all out then? You're not at your new place yet, right?
No, not yet. It took us a little longer than we planned because we had to wait for you to go on a business trip. I told Daniel that we didn't have to keep this a secret. It kind of seemed like he was a little scared of you. I hope he can live stress-free now that you're not living with us.
So he was involved in this plan of yours as well then? That's why he kept on checking with me about my business trip. He kept on asking me the exact times I would leave and come back. This was all planned out by all of you guys.
Of course we planned this together. We're a family after all. You're the only one that I don't consider as family. We sold off the house on the day you left for your business trip. There's no place for you to go home to now. Enjoy your miserable life on the streets.
Thanks for letting me know at least. I'm sure I'll be so much happier without you guys anyway. Yeah, we feel the same way too. Never show your face in front of us ever again. That's it. Goodbye.
The next day.
Would you please answer the phone? It's an emergency. I need to talk to you right now. Please just pick up.
What do you want from me? I thought that you never wanted to see my face ever again.
Some problems came up. There are some things that I really need to talk to you about. Would you please just pick up the phone?
Unfortunately, I still don't want to see or talk to you at all. I'm not going to pick up the phone. What's the matter anyway? What's the emergency? If you need to tell me something, you can tell me here. I am not going to talk to you on the phone.
I'm crying so much right now.
What are you talking about?
Apparently, the sale of the house didn't go through. We've already bought the new house that we're moving into. Without the money from the sale of the old house, we can't pay for the new one. What the hell are we meant to do?
Why should I know? None of this is my responsibility. You guys did this to me behind my back. Figure it out yourselves.
I wonder why there was a problem with the sale of the house. I tried asking him, but he wouldn't tell me the details.
That house is my property. It's under my name, so I stopped the sale.
Wait, what did you just say?
I knew that you guys needed the money from the sale of the house to move. I contacted the real estate agent yesterday and got the sale canceled. I'm so glad that I noticed before the sale went through. Although the sale never would have worked in the first place. The house is in my name, so you would have needed my permission and signature for the sale to go through. Did you really think that something like this would really work? Is your entire family full of idiots?
I don't understand what's going on. How could the house be in your name? That's just not possible. Isn't that house in Daniel's name? It's his house, right?
No, it's not. I was the one that purchased that house.
No way. You've got to be lying. I always thought that place was his. He was the one that bought the house.
Did you seriously think that? There's no way that he could afford to buy a house. You know how little he earns, right? He'd be lucky to rent out an old apartment room with his salary.
Wait, what are you talking about now? Is his salary really that low?
Yeah, I thought you would have known that. I'm the one that's paying off the loans for the house. There's just no way you guys could sell off the house. I had a couple of missed calls from unknown numbers. I guess that it was the real estate agency calling me to check what was going on. I really didn't expect you guys to do something this stupid, though. Anyway, it was a good opportunity for me to find out how crazy you guys are.
Would you please hold on a minute? I'm having trouble trying to process what you just told me.
What part of it are you struggling to process? I thought that I explained everything to you very clearly.
You're telling me that the house that we were all living in is actually your property? Are you really the one that's paying off the loans? I still can't believe any of this.
Well, you're going to have to believe it because it's the reality.
How are we meant to pay for our new place then?
Are you seriously asking me that?
We were planning to pay for our new house with the money from the sale of that house. We already paid the down payments and we have no savings left at all. What the hell are we supposed to do?
I have no idea why you're asking me this. What do you expect me to do?
Please figure out a way to solve this. This is all your fault. You need to help us out.
How is any of this my fault? You guys decided to do this without me knowing? You and the rest of your family need to figure out what to do. You told me that I'm not part of your family, right? I have no intention of helping you guys out at all.
You're his wife, though. You need to do something to help him out.
Why do I need to do anything? Also, I'm not his wife anymore.
What did you just say?
My ex-husband was a piece of trash, so I got a divorce. Have you not heard from him at all?
What are you talking about? Are you talking about my son?
Yeah, who else would I be talking about? We discussed this a couple of days ago and decided. I had no idea he planned to try to sell my house, though. He didn't mention that when we had our conversation.
Are you telling me that we're complete strangers to each other now? Yeah, pretty much.
Have you finally realized that you guys are the ones that might become homeless?
Are you seriously gonna do this to us? I had no idea things would end up like this. Are you going to abandon us completely?
Yeah, I don't see why I should help. You were telling me to enjoy my life on the streets. I don't feel like helping people that would say that to me. I'm sure you guys did this to kick me out of the house, but I guess it's kind of backfired. Now look who's going to be without a place to live.
Don't worry, we're going to be completely fine. He still has a job, so we won't have any financial problems. I guess we're just going to have to find a different place to live. Although I have no idea what I'm going to do about the money for a new place.
That's a problem that you guys are going to have to figure out yourselves. I have nothing to do with you guys anymore. It was actually the perfect timing for us to get a divorce, actually. I was kind of looking for a reason to kick you guys out of the house.
I can't believe this. How dare you talk to me like that? Are you seriously not going to help us out?
Of course I'm not going to help. We're strangers to each other. Did your husband know about any of this? I didn't think that he was the kind of person that would agree to something like this.
He didn't know any of the details. How am I meant to tell him that we have no place to live now? What are you going to do about this? You've messed up my plans completely.
Stop blaming me for any of this, you old hag. How about you take responsibility for what you've done? This was the plan that you had to solve the problems between us, right? We don't have to argue every day now that we're not going to be living together. This is perfect for both of us.
Yeah, I still don't want to live with you at all. Still, this isn't how I planned things to be. I have no idea what I'm going to do from now on.
Who cares about tomorrow? I'm happy that we don't have to live together anymore. Problem solved, right? Please don't ever contact me again. I've got to get going now. Goodbye, you old hag. I hope you and your family enjoy your lives on the street.
After that, Lana opted to confront Daniel to verify the truth of Katie's claims. Ultimately, he confessed that it was indeed Katie who financed the house, and it was registered under her name. Lana's husband remained completely oblivious to these events and became enraged upon discovering the truth of the situation. Their entire household is engulfed in a massive dispute at the moment, and there is a possibility that they will have to separate permanently. She attempted to covertly re-enter Katie's residence without consent, but was apprehended by law enforcement and issued a restraining order. They are presently without a place of residence and are currently experiencing homelessness. Katie ultimately sold the expansive family residence and acquired a solitary, high-rise condominium for her own occupancy. Her life appears to have undergone a remarkable improvement following the dissolution of her marriage.
Honey, guess who I ran into today?
Who? Donald Trump?
Funny, but no. It's Olivia.
Which Olivia? Olivia Rodrigo?
No, your ex-girlfriend, Olivia.
Oh, do you two know each other?
Yes, she happens to be my cousin Peter's new girlfriend.
Wow, what a coincidence. But how did you know she was my ex-girlfriend? I don't remember. I introduced her to you.
Well, she saw the picture of you with my big family that Peter sent to her. And she recognized you. Today she asked me about us.
What? What did she ask?
She asked if she could come to our wedding.
What? Why did she know that we're getting married?
Her boyfriend must have told her, I guess. She knew we're engaged and we're gonna get married soon.
Wow, I didn't expect that. So what did you answer? You didn't say yes, right?
Well, it was quite hard to refuse, so I told her she could come. She said she's gonna sing a song in our wedding, as my future cousin-in-law.
Cousin-in-law? Is she insane?
I know, but I already said she could come. Now I don't know what to do.
Of course you need to contact and tell her she can't come to our wedding.
Why do I have to do that? Are you uncomfortable to see her in our wedding? Why?
Are you not? She's my ex-girlfriend.
So what? If you don't have any feeling for her, you should feel okay about seeing her in our wedding.
Even if I don't have any feeling for her, it's still awkward for me to see her again, especially in our wedding. Are you really okay with that?
Obviously I'm not okay, but you should be okay if you have no feeling for her.
Okay. Do you feel comfortable if your ex-boyfriend come to your wedding?
Right. But what should I do now? She could be my future cousin-in-law. If Peter wants to invite her, I think I can't refuse him.
You can tell her you feel uncomfortable if she come to our wedding.
But I already said I'm okay with it. Besides, if she becomes my cousin-in-law, we will surely have to meet her a lot in the future. I'm quite close to Peter. He's like my big brother.
Okay, here's the thing. First, Peter's just met for a little while. We're not sure if she will be your cousin-in-law or not. Second, if we have to meet her in the future, a different situation, I think we can handle it. She'd be just your cousin-in-law, not your sister, after all. But a wedding is a completely different occasion. It's special. We should be enjoying every moment with each other in our wedding, right? We should be totally comfortable with our beloved ones.
You're right. I should have thought about it more carefully. I'm sorry, honey.
No! You shouldn't be sorry about it, babe. Actually, I should be the one to be sorry. I should be the one to contact her. But I tried to force you to do it instead. I know you're in a dilemma when she's Peter's girlfriend. I will talk to her and tell her not to come to our wedding. Don't worry. Hello? Is this Olivia Johnson?
Yes. Who's this?
It's James Parker.
James. It's been forever since we last talked, hasn't it?
Yeah. It's been ages since we broke up. I heard you met my fiancé the other day.
Yeah. I'm really surprised that you're dating my boyfriend's cousin, James. How awesome is that, isn't it?
Really? You really think it's awesome? By the way, Alice and I aren't dating. We're engaged.
Whatever. It's the same thing to me. You two aren't married yet, so it's still dating. But I knew that our fate hasn't ended yet. We were destined to meet again. And you're really talking to me right now. Isn't it so awesome?
What do you mean our fate? You didn't remember how we broke up? You cheated on me.
Oh, are you not still over it? Do you still have feeling for me?
No. Are you crazy? We broke up a long time ago. I'm engaged.
Oh, I don't mind. You can still be engaged. I can be your mistress, as well as your little cousin-in-law.
You haven't changed anything, have you? Aren't you ashamed of yourself? How dare you ask me to have an affair with you? Are you trying to turn me into a cheater like you?
What's the problem with that? If you and I are in love with each other?
What? I don't have any feeling for you. I love Alice, and I'm gonna marry her soon.
Don't try to fool yourself. I know you can't live without me, James. Isn't that why you're texting me?
Oh no, you're misunderstanding. I'm texting you because I want to ask you a favor for the first and last time. And this is also because I love Alice. I want you not to show up in my wedding. I don't want you to ruin my happiest moments with Alice.
Is that what you really want? What if I say no? I'm your cousin-in-law's girlfriend. I can go to the wedding if I want to.
Oh, and please break up with Peter. You don't deserve him.
Who the hell do you think you are? I can date anyone and do whatever I want.
You have no choice, Olivia. Just do what I said, or I will tell Peter the truth about you and our past relationship.
Oh, do you dare? Ha ha ha.
Of course. I don't want someone like you to ruin my special day with Alice. And I can't let Peter love the wrong person. I really like him. So if you at least want to keep a bit of dignity, just do as I just said.
Later, Olivia and Peter broke up, and Olivia didn't show up in James and Alice's wedding. James and Alice had the best moments together with their beloved ones. Happy marriage to the two lovebirds.